247 years ago, on the night of July 4th, 1776, Philadelphia printer John Dunlap worked tirelessly into the night to produce between 1 and 200 copies exactly like this replica of the Declaration of Independence. Approved only hours before by the Continental Congress, this document sets forth in no uncertain terms the grievances and expectations of the American people. With it, Thomas Jefferson and the Committee of Five invoked the spirit of amity that underlies every American ideal. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. A desire for revolution swept throughout the colonies whose peoples were exhausted by injustice and despotism. You see, they wanted change. And no matter how self-evident the Declaration claimed its truths to be, these were out of reach to the American people. What they lacked, what they craved, was to be free. We, the people, wanted to empower ourselves with the right to self-governance. The oldest, most fundamental American endeavor is our endless quest to empower the people. Gutzon Borglum, who shaped the mountain before you, captured the essence of this pursuit in the likenesses of four men, each devoted to this cause. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. These men, United States presidents all, each believed the power to govern should reside firmly in the hands of the governed. They viewed democracy as a conduit, a road down which we might pursue our happiness. In his farewell address after serving 2 terms as our first president, Washington said, "The basis of our political systems is the right of the people to make and to alter their constitutions of government. Government should be responsive to and functional for all of its people." America languished under the monarchy. Its cries for fair laws fell on deaf ears, and its long-standing desire for representation in government was met with disdain. This declaration was penned by a people who had had enough, and its long list of complaints against the crown are united by a theme: that power should rest with the people. Today, we have the power to shape our nation. We have the power to vote. But it has never been seen as enough, however, to simply have the right to vote. Jefferson is attributed with wisely remarking that we in America do not have government by the majority. We have government by the majority that participates. If democracy is a road, it is one that we must pave together. Together, we must actively use our votes to let our voices be heard. Enfranchisement is a fundamental right and a tremendous privilege. Our founders understood how challenging life becomes when laws are dictated for, but not by, the people. So it is that since its very beginning, the American public has fought to ensure that everyone might enjoy life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. There has been a steady march of progress since the time of our founders to improve the lives of citizens. Theodore Roosevelt, for instance, advocated strongly for labor reform. And he used his voice and his vote to raise up the common worker. And his actions contributed to the establishment of safer workplaces and better wages. The incredible work of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. alongside his contemporaries led to significant advancements in civil rights. We, like them, have a responsibility to ensure that everyone might share in this republic equally. For the work remains unfinished. Our right to collectively shape the American spirit as Goodson Borglum shaped this stone does not come down to us freely. It was fought for. It was won. As Roosevelt said, through blood and sweat and tears, the labor and the anguish of those that came before us. American independence was hard-earned. This declaration was not the end of our revolution, it was its very beginning. General Washington would lead the Continental Army for 8 cold, bitter, desperate, bloody years until we, the people, were finally free. But it was a struggle. We must be present in this democracy to honor the sacrifices of everyone who has put themselves at risk for the sake of liberty. The debt of gratitude is owed to many standing with us here today. To those among us who served in the armed forces, making sure that we, the people, remain in power. To those those who spoke out, when doing so meant risking everything. We must show our gratitude for these sacrifices by never letting them go to waste. Not a soul here tonight is perfect, neither you nor I. But together, we are more. Together, we are empowered with the agency to make our world better, to build a government that serves all its peoples well. We can, through simple conversation and the close examination of facts and ideas, lay the foundation for a better tomorrow. This great American experiment was begun for the sole purpose of improving quality of life. Think just how relevant those unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness remain 247 years after they're proclaimed. The struggle for today is not altogether for today. It is for a vast future also, as Lincoln said. The future falls to us. We have inherited this struggle. So let us become champions of the American dream. Let us rise to the challenges of our time. Let us show the world the promise of our democracy is not an empty one. Engage in your government locally and nationally. Vote. Like with this declaration, let your voice be heard. Work hard to improve the lives of your fellow citizens. As Americans, this is our oldest pursuit. Goodson Borglum did not carve Mount Rushmore alone. It took 400 men and women 14 years to shape that stone. 400. There's at least 4 times as many here today. Here in this tiny America. People surrounded by those that they love. Imagine. Just imagine. what we, the American people, nearly 340 million strong, could accomplish together in that time. Empowering the citizenry is fundamental to democracy and the essence of all our founders strove for. So let us, together, shape America in spirit and stone.